Well, looky wwho we have here in our studio. We have a victim, a Vic. As you say
Vic,
on Good Cop, we have a Vic.
That's right. A perp. We got a perp and a Vic.
Josh Groban, thank you for coming back. You promised us you would, and you are here.
I am here. Yes.
Thank you.
Like magic.
Great to see you again.
It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
Aw, thank you. Do you like our Game of KOST
I was
poster?
just admiring all of your remarkable Photoshop skills here in the studio. It's great. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah.
And you know, this season already, they're sticking the landing. It's really
Yeah.
good. Really
You broke
good.
a Twitter record with them on Sunday night.
Who did?
Well, you did. You and the other Thronies.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Us, the community.
Yeah, the community
Yes,
broke a Twitter
broke
record.
a Twitter record, yeah.
Most tweeted about. And,
Oh,
and
I don't-
Arya was the most tweeted about character.
Well, she deserves it. Without spoiling it for those who
Yes.
are waiting until 2020 to watch the episode. That's the thing is like, please don't tweet about it. I'm going to save it on my TiVo until 2023 and get mad at you if you talk about it on social media.
Do they say Josh Winslow Groban?
Yes, that's
You
right.
stop spoiling
they
it for
use
me.
my middle name on social media. That's how I really know I'm in trouble with with my fans.
What do you think it is about the community and Game of Thrones that is so intoxicating?
I just think we're all looking for an escape right now.
Yeah. Right, yes.
I think we need some dragons to just latch onto and fly us away to some magical place where there were no guns. You know?
Oh, right, yeah. And then I heard Arya got a new weapon.
Her dagger, that dagger skill is enviable.
Is it made out?
How many people do you think are signing up for dagger lessons?
Yeah.
Since
Josh, I
because
hope none.
as a direct result of Arya's skills with a capital Z. No, it's pretty good. You know, when I was touring in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, we were taking a tour of the Titanic Museum, and across the way there was the Titanic Studios. Our tour guide says, you know, that's where they filmed Game of Thrones. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. He's like, yeah, the throne room, it's all in there.
No
I said,
way.
What? So he says, well, if you know somebody who's part of the show, give them a call. Maybe you can get a tour. They're off season right now.
Did you say, wait, I'm Josh Groban, and I'm only here for a day, and I would like to go?
So no, that meant nothing.
Oh.
But I did say I know a guy named Gary Lightbody, who's the lead singer of Snow Patrol, who's from that part of the world,
Yes.
and knows those guys
Yeah.
very well. So I texted him. I said, "This is the longest shot of all time. But do you happen to know somebody who might be able to let me in to see the throne room?" And this is just the sweetheart of a guy that he is. He texts me back immediately. He says, "Yeah, I know the creator of the show. Let me text him." And they called the guy who opens the gate,
God.
and that was it. We
Oh
went
my
straight.
God.
We said, "Sorry, Titanic Museum, love you. Seen the movie."
Oh, my God.
We went straight in the van and right over there, and I got to sit on the throne.
What did it
was
feel like?
It was the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
It was basically like one old guy who's there, like while everybody's off on their vacations,
Yeah.
and like in a little Jack Russell Terrier
Oh
that runs around the set and jumps up on the throne, and like it's just a guy and his dog.
You must have had like goosebumps.
I did.
Yeah.
I had goose pimples all over.
Ah, goose pimples
Yes.
or angel bumps.
Yes. Yeah.
Who do you see
because
fit?
it's freezing in there.
Who do you see fit for the throne?
Oh man. Well, I mean, now I think Arya's proven
Nah.
that she could rule with a swift but fair.
Try not to spoil
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Yeah. Trying to spoil it. Yeah, sorry. Well, but I mean that's a loaded question because a lot's happened, obviously,
Yeah.
and you know, there's I mean I don't know. I think that it should go to. I still would like to see Tyrion up
Okay.
there, but I'm not sure it's going to happen.
I have no idea what you're talking
We'll
about,
see.
but I said okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think one of the two remaining live dragons should become
okay. Oh, that
should become king or queen.
Well, before we move on,
I haven't
to
haven't checked under the hood.
your music, and because we have a lot of questions for you, you're doing a lot of stuff. We want to talk about. I'm sitting on a secret,
Are you?
not literally,
Oh, I was going to say.
figuratively sitting on a secret, and you can hear it right now. Do you know?
Oh, did you bring me bubble wrap?
No.
Oh.
This is something to
That's
do
my
with Game
favorite
of
thing.
Thrones,
Oh,
and it's
oh.
hard to get, and it's a gift for you.
A gift? Mm-hmm. What is it? Is it gruel?
Gruel.
No.
Is it
better.
a bowl of gruel? Game of Thrones Oreos. Wow.
They're sold out everywhere, Josh.
Thank
but we
you
nabbed
so much. Are they really?
Yeah.
They're hard to find.
it. Yeah.
I'm never opening these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are going to be a family heirloom
Okay.
from now on. I mean, eventually I'll take them to Antiques Roadshow in like 2053. But Oreo. I love how at the bottom they have to say chocolate sandwich cookies, as if we don't know what an Oreo is. It's like Kleenex, tissue for your face. Yeah, we know. Wow, this is great. What is there anything about? I'm not going to open and
All
look.
four houses are represented inside the Oreo.
They
package.
are. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
White Walker. Oh, House Lannister, House Stark. This is the nerdiest thing I've ever held in my hands.
Wait, we had to go on
This is the
eBay.
nerdiest thing I've ever held in my hands, and I often hold myself. So that's saying something. That is saying something.
Wow. Well, we're honored.
This is great, thank you, and not nearly as many calories as I would have thought for a Game of
Chocolate
Thrones
sandwich
Oreo. Well, listen, you ask and you shall receive. You spoil me every time I come here.
Well,
you know I'd come here even without the cookies.
Aw, thanks,
But
Josh.
but now I'll for sure return.
Oh, Josh Groban, you're the best.
Thank you for having me.
So you got a lot of shows coming up.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah. And Find Your Light Foundation Gala, and that is coming up this weekend.
It certainly is. We're so excited about that. This is our 4th year doing a gala for gala or gala.
I say
Gala.
I say gala.
Gala.
We're like testing the gala waters.
Okay.
We did. I've had a foundation for many years because my
Yes.
fans are so philanthropic and they've always wanted to give back, and so about 7 or 8 years ago we decided to kind of turn it into an arts education based foundation. But like we decided at some point, let's level up.
Yeah.
Let's do a gala.
Do you wear a tuxedo and
So
everything?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
So
great.
we dress up and.
Yeah.
And we raise a lot of money every year, and with all the arts programs that are getting cut in half now, it's just a little bit goes a long way. And
Yeah.
so I'm a product of a great arts education system, and I was
Awesome.
one of the lucky ones. But so many young people, especially in so many communities across the country, that don't have the opportunity to have that in their schools. It just keeps people on the right side of the fence. It gives them a great foundation and teaches people good life skills, and so we're excited about that. And then I'm going back on the road,
Yeah.
going on tour this summer. I had the greatest time a few months ago ending the Bridges kind of winter tour.
Yes.
Winter is finished.
Oh my God.
And so we're back to summer
Yeah.
tours, which is great because you can do some indoor shows, some wonderful outdoor shows. I love the outdoor shows. Joined by Jennifer Nettles is going to join us, the amazing
nice.
Jennifer Nettles, and my friend Chris Bodie on trumpet is going to come out as well.
Oh.
So these are going to be some really fun shows, and,
And
we're
Celine
excited
Dion
to get back
too
out there.
in London.
Oh my God! So Celine is going to be headlining Hyde Park in London. It's her only European show of the entire year, and she asked me to come along and be part of the show. So I'm so honored and so excited to be playing not only Hyde Park but just to be there with her. It's so full circle. My whole career started with a serendipitous moment with Celine when I was 16 years old. So all these years later to join her in a venue that's that enormous, 60,000 people they're
huge.
expecting.
Yeah.
So, I love playing in London. I love the fans there, and I love Celine with all my heart. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
We just had a little intimate sit down with her
Really?
at the Ace Hotel downtown.
Cool.
Where she announced, her new music and her tour coming.
Yeah,
in.
sure.
And so we had her in my hotel room, and she
Yeah.
was really entertainment, so sweet and warm, but also a pistol.
Oh yeah.
So what does she like to perform with and record with? It must be.
Well, she's so giving. I mean, the thing is, when you have a duet partner, like you really, it's you're blending energies. And at that time, my energy was just straight nerves. Like
Oh,
at
okay, yeah.
at 16, the only thing I was providing as a duet partner, besides my baritone voice, was just pure nerves. I was just the most anxious. And so she read that. She's so intuitive. And she read that immediately, and just kind of being on the Grammy stage at that age, being taken out of high school to go do it.
Yeah.
She just was. You could just tell her energy was like, I'm gonna help get you through this. And she could have been. You never know. They say don't meet your heroes because sometimes you're gonna
right.
be disappointed. That was not the case with Celine. She took my hand and. Just kind of when you're singing next to somebody like that, your voice goes to new heights as well. So I learned a lot from her that fateful afternoon, and
Right.
we've now sung together a few times since then. And every time I get a little bit less nervous, but never completely.
I also did a duet with her on stage because
Did
we
you?
did a
So you know.
Facebook Live. I know.
Yeah.
Well, she did
Yeah.
like a cowboy kind of dun
Yeah.
dun dun. She made it up, and then I had to whistle at the end because she can't whistle like a
Oh, so you can.
So I can.
Wow.
So I did, and
Just
Yeah.
like you described, their energies and their
Yes, I was going to say She knew her strengths,
Yeah.
and she knew yours.
Yeah.
And it's a dance, really. You both did something together you could never have done alone.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you ever have nightmares that the whistle doesn't come out?
Yeah, well,
Do you
it
ever
only
have,
came
do you
out
ever have
one out of the
nightmares
three
like you're in slow mo and Celine kind of gives you one of those fist bump,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
points to you like it's your turn to shine,
Yeah.
Ellen. Yeah, and
It
it's-
doesn't come out.
It doesn't come out.
It's like
yeah, yeah.
I do. I know. It's like it is. It's stressful, Josh.
Me too.
It was
Me too.
really horrible.
I often have that dream, but I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah, thank you. Now, on show days, and this is a way that you can teach the kids listening and the kids in high school and in college
Sure.
a lesson because, like you said, you're a product of a great musical education system.
Yes.
And those who don't have it,
Yeah.
you could teach everyone listening now like how to do a vocal warm up.
I could.
Yeah. So, like, what do you, Josh Groban, do when you warm up your vocals? Is it too early in the morning to ask you that, or can
You know
bring
what?
it?
So, you know, kids.
Hey.
If you're going to become a professional singer, you're going to have to sing all hours of the day and night and in between times. Yeah, sometimes you have to warm up early in the morning. Sometimes you got to do, a morning talk show, and you have to
like
you
Good
have to-
Morning America
Good Morning
or like-
America. Sound
Yeah.
check is 4:45 in the morning.
Oh, my
like
wow.
it's ungodly, and you basically have to trick your voice into thinking it's alive, and then you get through it. It's a sprint, and then like the whole rest of the day you're just resting. But yeah, I think the first thing I do when I wake up and I am like in the shower because that's the best acoustics. You kind of know where you're at. You do a few
yeah.
scales in the shower. Is you go and you just do lip trills.
Oh,
Yeah, and it kind of
cool.
tells your voice kind of where it is without putting a lot of pressure on it. And feel free if you're listening right now to do that in the car next to your parents taking you to school. Over and over and over again. If you are the one behind the wheel, don't do it. Keep 12 and 3. Keep your hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
But if you're next to your passenger, that's a really good way to pass the time for as long a road trip as you have. Great. There is no time limit to that exercise.
It's a great tip.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
And
'cause
no
it-
Oreos if you have to sing. No Game of Thrones Oreos if you have to sing.
You have
That's
those-
the main thing is you can do your scales. I've got a great teacher, it's like, but really it's like I love to eat and I love cheesy, like all the things that are bad for your throat.
Right, yeah.
I like to eat. And the main thing about going on the road or having a promo schedule is just having to be good in that regard.
Yeah, because dairy is not good.
It's not
Not
great.
good for the throat. It's not
just
good for your
great.
instrument. It
Yeah,
gums it up,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, throat clearing was not written on the music, unfortunately.
Well, we do a feature called Feel Goods, or some of our listeners call them Good Feels.
Oh, okay.
And so your song 99 Years was inspired by your parents' marriage.
Yeah.
You performed it for them on their 50th.
I did. Well, yeah. I mean, they I think they came to the Garden right around the week that they were celebrating their 50th anniversary, and so yeah, it's a song about diving in head first and not worrying about the destination, just thinking about creating those memories together. We're in such a, I think my generation is in such a kind of result-oriented kind of mentality with our Instagram and everything else of how do we look like we have the best this, that, and the other. And my parents just kind of laughed and took the good and the bad and
Yeah.
decided to be a team together.
Yeah.
And I've been very inspired by that. It's set an impossible bar for their children, but it's nice to think about. And when writing about it, we just kind of, Jennifer and I wanted to sing about that kind of that ideal,
Yeah, right.
that feeling.
Thank you, Josh.
You got
Yeah.
it. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for the cookies.
You're welcome. Yeah. You save those for your grandchildren.
I will save these. I will save these for my first air.